signs, so I said it was a wild way.
I'm definitely glad that Eddie's here to show me the way on this one.
Wow,
yeah. Look at this.
There you go, so you've got your desert dune there.
Wow. This is the Bologna sand dune, one of Spain's largest sand dunes, standing at over 30 metres high and 200 metres wide. All concealed within the Estrecho Nature Park, one of Cadiz's most unspoilt and off-the-beaten-track areas.
We did it! Probably the best way to think about this coastline, which is endlessly shifting down the centuries, is as a living sand dune. And now with climate change, the winds are getting stronger and pushing with them these dunes.
So they're really moving.
Yeah, exactly.
And now, because of climate change, these dunes are being battered by hurricane-force winds, forcing them inland and revealing some remarkable hidden history concealed below.
If you think about it in terms of history, this is a melting pot of cultures. You've got Africa, you've got Europe, you've got all of the Mediterranean, and then the travels across the Atlantic. And all of those peoples have left their vestiges, their archaeological sites along this coastline, which have been kept perfectly intact down the millennia.
My next stop is Cape Trafalgar, 60 kilometres down the coast from Bologna, where archaeologists from the University of Cadiz have just discovered some remarkable ruins thanks to these moving sands.
Inicialmente solamente se veía la parte superior de dos piedras, el resto estaba bajo la duna.
So when you discovered and realised it was a tomb, you must have been preparing to find some bones in here, right?
So excavate here is very similar to excavation in Egypt tombs, and the sand preserves very well the bones. So the state of preservation of the tomb, of the bones, the records is excellent. We have an arrowhead, tiene 4.000 años de antigüedad. Copper pendant.
I can't believe I'm holding in my hand a piece of jewellery from thousands of years ago. That is amazing.
Por último,
a bead.
Las dunas tienen un problema. Gente del equipo decía, si no fuera por las dunas, tendríamos aquí 15 o 20 tumbas. Y por otro lado yo les dije, gracias a las dunas, las tumbas están tapadas. Es decir, sabemos que aquí en el tómbolo de Trafalgar estaba la necrópolis, la ciudad de los muertos. No sabemos cuántas tumbas puede haber debajo de estas dunas, ¿no? De esta arena. Eso es un misterio, de momento no lo sabemos, pero es una de las interrogantes que vamos a intentar resolver en los próximos años.
And these aren't the last of the mysteries which this magnificent coastline is concealing.
Finding 2 Neolithic tombs is extraordinary enough, but this coast has even more buried treasures. In fact, looking around, I can see people lying on their beach towels, probably not knowing that beneath them could be a whole ancient Roman settlement.
If you are on the beach and you have an umbrella and you leave your umbrella on the beach in a windy area, after some hours it will be completely covered by the sun, and this is what has happened here.
So what can you tell me about this site? What are these walls?
This is the roof, more or less, of the Roman bath.
So it's much deeper. So how deep do we have to go down?
4 meters down.
4 meters.
Yeah.
But could we have a go at maybe exposing just a bit of it to see more what's down there?
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Thank you very much. All right. 4 meters is a long way down. This is going to take me probably more than the afternoon, I'd say.
I think I'm going to have to accept defeat here. Besides, the archaeologists have purposefully decided to cover up this site with sand in order to protect it from the elements, a decision which might prove difficult in the long term thanks to those strong winds and shifting sands. To find out if there's an alternative method of preservation, I've come back to where I started my trip. Bologna, home to Bailo Claudia, an ancient Roman city dating back to the 2nd century BC, and one of Andalusia's most significant and well-preserved ancient Roman archaeological sites.
With the wind blowing so constantly, you may not be able to preserve these ruins covered in sand for future generations. So there's an alternative, which is to create something like this place. This was forgotten for 2,000 years, and then suddenly some sand shifted and we discover it was in fact a really important place.
Yes, it would have been really famous. So the people would talk about the products from Bailo Claudia all around the Mediterranean, and in all these banquets from the Romans, they would love to have products from here.
It's quite an interesting site. We've got these incredible ancient ruins, and then over there someone applying suntan lotion and sunbathing on the beach. I guess this is like this coast just in one image there.
So here we have our history, our past and our present in front of us.
I was hiking up on that enormous dune, and you could really see how all the sand was really shifting inland. And if that's happening all around the coast here, is this a good thing for revealing exciting archaeological finds, or a concerning thing about the preservation of those finds?
I think this is a great example of how to do things right, but it took also decades to both excavate, preserve, and make the right combination between the research and the visitors. And it would be great if some of them can be open to the public, so there is like a route that the people can do.
Let's hope that, if it's handled correctly, this part of Spain can uncover and preserve more incredible historical sites for future generations, no matter what direction the wind blows.